Hello there, I'm Jenny and this is First Gens Get Degrees. So in this video, I am going to be sharing some college tips and advice as we transition into online learning. So I am sure 2020 is a year that none of us expected. I am sure you entered college excited and ready to live in the dorms, ready to move away from your hometown, and here you are, probably back at your parents' house, back in your old room that you said you would never move back into. But you know what? We're just gonna make the best of it. So I'm going to share some tips that I would have shared to my students during the beginning of the academic year. So tip number one, I would say this is probably one of the most important tips. This is something that I wish I had figured out freshman year of college, is to set the intention for the day. So what do I mean by set the intention for the day? What I mean is don't wake up Monday morning and I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I know I have classes and homework and I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. No, that will not help you be successful. So if you want to be the most successful and productive student, you have to be intentional about what your goals are. So how do you do this? I always recommend the night before you sit down, you get a journal, you get a planner, and you write what do you have to do the next day. What is it? What's on your agenda? Don't plan your day the day up. Plan it the night before. We have, as humans, so many decisions that we have to make, and it becomes decision overload. Minimize the decisions that we have to make. It only propels us to success. I would encourage you to write down what you have to do the following day, whether it's an assignment, class, laundry, etc. And along with what you have to do, write 3 goals that you are trying to achieve. So I think sometimes when we get into this goal writing feeling, we write all of these goals down. Okay, I'm trying to accomplish this. And the next day we look at it and it's overwhelming. It's too much for us. So I always encourage students to do 3 goals. And so at the end of the day, when we see that we were able to achieve these 3 goals, it gives us confidence to believe that we are going to say what we say we're going to do. We're going to walk the walk, and it only increases our self-confidence. So 3 goals. I also encourage you to figure out what routine will help you become the most focused, productive, and effective student. So we run on a 24-hour clock, but within those 24 hours, we have a small window, and I call it the productivity peak. A small window, we are the most productive, the most creative, and the most effective. But a lot of us, we don't know what time that is. I didn't figure this out until my senior year of college. So I work best from 7 to noon. So that is when I am as alert as an eagle. I don't know if that's a saying, but we'll go with it. Alert as an eagle. And so when I figured this out, I switched all my afternoon classes. Luckily, I was able to. I switched them all from afternoon to morning classes. And so I had Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I didn't have any classes. But I made sure that I did not sleep in from 7 to noon. That was when I was crunching out my papers, my research homework, my statistics homework. I structured my day around my productivity peak. So if you don't know when your productivity peak is, observe yourself this week. Go throughout the day and have a journal with you, or have your notepad on your phone, and just figure out, when am I most alert? When is it that I feel like I don't need an extra cup of coffee, or I'm not feeling sluggish, And so it may take 1 or 2 weeks to kind of figure this out, but it is a life changer. So tip number 2 is exercise. Exercise, exercise, exercise. I cannot stress it enough, you guys. Please get your body moving. So I would always ask my students, did you get moving today? Did you go to the gym? Did you do anything? And this is typically when they would come in and they just looked very stressed and overwhelmed, and most of them would say, or not even just my students, but friends and family members, like, no, it's just a really stressful time right now. I'm gonna work out after, or I'm gonna get back into the gym once I finish school, final season, midterm season. I'm gonna get there, I promise. But what if you were to do that simultaneously? Be in final season and then also be improving your brain function. So when we work out, we are increasing new neurons to grow in our hippocampus and other areas of our brain, which then creates the ability to learn faster, remember more, and improve your brain and mood function. So to me, it seems like by working out and exercising, it only helps you during final season or midterm season. Don't wait until you're done, because then you're missing out on all of the benefits that exercise has to offer. So I'm not saying go out and get a $50 membership. I understand that finances right now are not easy. Trust me, I get it. And I also understand that our schedules are very busy. Some of you are students full-time, working on the side, taking care of the siblings, and so the last thing you're thinking of is spending an hour at the gym. I am not saying that. I am saying block off at least 30 minutes of your day. 30 minutes. I mean, we spend that sometimes watching a show or scrolling on Instagram. Like, you can do this. So like I said, back to goal 1, set the intention for the day. Structure your day so you can have 30 minutes blocked off to work out. Whether that's put on a YouTube video and do some HIIT workouts, or let me show you what I do. I also don't have money to go out and buy a $50 membership, but I filled up this water jug of water, and I will make sure that I am at least spending 30 minutes a day doing some bicep curls, some yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So it's definitely possible. You can do it. I know you can. If you care about your mental health, let's get our body moving. I can't stress that enough. Please work out. So tip number 3 is not really a tip, but more so of a reminder. I want to remind you that it is okay to not be okay. So if you're anything like me, I tend to bottle my emotions and suppress them in a way where I say statements like, yeah, I'm really bummed that this and this happened and I'm upset, but you know what, it's fine because so and so, you know, people are dealing with things on a much larger scale, so who am I to complain? And it's not how our emotions work. Our emotions don't just disappear because we have knowledge that others have bigger and more serious problems. I wish that that's how emotions work, that we could just push a button and they would go away, but our emotions are here and we have to deal with them in a healthy way, because if we just have that mindset that others have it worse, I'm not gonna feel my feelings because that's selfish of me. What can actually happen is that these emotions come back even stronger, and they come back in unhealthy ways. So when you find yourself feeling angry and disappointed and frustrated because of your current situation, I want you to feel your feelings. I don't want you to push them aside and say, it's fine, there's more serious problems. That's the worst thing you can do. I want you to process your emotions, feel your feelings, process it with a friend. If you can sign up for online counseling, I'm sure your school provides free counseling. Sign up and talk to somebody. If the wait list is long, reach out to a friend and say, hey, can I share something with you? Can I share how I've been feeling? Process it in a journal. We are all grieving. We are grieving time that we will never get back. We are grieving having to be stuck at home, grieving memories that aren't being able to be created. Allow yourself to feel your feelings. And I know that sometimes when people say process your emotions, write down your feelings, sometimes you don't know where to start, and that's okay. So I have 3 journal prompts for you if you need help getting started, and I will also include this in the description. But the first question is, the emotions I've been experiencing a lot of lately are. Second question, the areas of life where I'm not having the feelings I want to are. Third question, the feelings I want to experience more of life include. So reach out to a friend, reach out to a counselor, reach out to me if you need somebody to talk to. Tip number 4 is to please ask for help when you need it. You are transitioning into a new world of online learning. I mean, even your teachers are also transitioning with you. So this is a new time for everybody. I'm sure everybody has questions. I say this tip because as a first generation college student, I know from experience that I never asked for help. I was like, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to bug anybody. But I just wish somebody was like shaking my head saying, you know, these people work here to help you. Like, their sole purpose is to help you. I loved when I would just get random drop-ins and, hey, I have a quick question. Can I ask you? Like, I loved it. Or even to this day when I get questions via text or email from previous students saying, what do you think about this? Oh my gosh, it brings my heart so much joy. So please, if you are in class and your professor says something, email them at the end of class saying, I didn't understand this. Write your student ID number, write your name, and write the question. Professors, you're not bugging them, I promise. Or if you have questions about your schedule, reach out to your academic advising department with the same email, your name, your student ID, and then your question. People who work on a college campus are here to help you. And so whatever it takes to get you to walk across that stage, we will do. Also, utilize office hours. So office hours are a specific time slot that professors have to answer your questions. And your tuition dollars are paying for this time. So you might as well utilize it. Ask for help. Remember, you are not a burden. It doesn't mean that you're not as smart as your peers who don't have the same question. Ask all the questions. My last tip is own your journey. Do not compare your journey to the journey that your peers are going through, your classmates, your friends. Everybody's situation looks different right now. Everybody is handling this global pandemic in a different way. So some people are practicing social distancing, some people are not, some people are going to parties, and while some others haven't seen their friends in months. And whatever path you are on, that's okay. This is your journey. This is your life. If you find that you are struggling with comparing yourself to others, then maybe it's time that you reduce your social media intake. Maybe you need to put a timer on the Instagram account for 5 minutes and then get off it. So when that thought comes of, oh, but so-and-so is doing this and I should be there. No, cut it. Don't even allow your mind to go there. Cut it. Because the thoughts that we think become actions. So if we start thinking negatively, then we are going to start performing negatively. And so just cut it. This is your college journey and it's not going to look like anybody else's. Learn to love all the good and the bad, highs and the lows of this college journey. You only get to be in college once. So make the best of it. Even in uncertain times like we are now. Make the best of it. Know that this is exactly where you need to be. You are doing an amazing job and we are going to get through this together. So we can't change our situation. We are in a global pandemic and that we cannot change. But we can change our perspective and our attitude, and we can choose if we want to be successful this year or not. So I believe in you. I know you got this. Sí se puede. So sometimes, hey there. Specifically